Two buttons now.
Hello, everybody. This is the Stories of New York Stories, and today we have a scene in the Mage with our Claudia, Lena, Sylvan, Eamon. Our scene is going to begin with Eamon basically pouring tea for everyone that is going to arrive to the living room. We already talked with Lena and Claudia, and he's waiting for specific someone, and that's how our scene is going to begin.
Yeah, Lena will walk in. She is no longer doing the hobo thing because a week has passed, so she looks mostly clean. But she did come in from the garden, so you can see like some dirt on her trousers or jeans. By the way, jeans.
Whatever you want to call
Um,
them.
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, trousers and jeans are different, but uh, anyway, and she'll yeah, wave to Eamon. Go.
Hello, how's it going?
Yeah, yeah, then fine, then fine. How are you?
Better. You?
Uh, I already said I was fine.
Is
Do I
you
now
only
need
asking
to
you?
ask you a second time? Is that how this works?
Yes, this is now how
Okay.
it works. Hermetic
So
rules.
how you doing?
I'm quite fine. How are you doing?
God, I'm gonna whatever. She opens the refrigerator and just gonna find something to eat in there. Maybe some leftovers from like last night's supper. Preferably something that Sylv made because she's the only one who can cook.
There's usually leftovers. She's used to feeding a big family when she cooks, so
Yay. She'll take out something like, cold lasagna. She's gonna take out cold lasagna and is gonna grab a fork and start eating it. She's not gonna eat it. Lasagna is nice cold.
Eamon pours a cat food and gives it to his cat. Mr. Grumpy comes in and he starts eating from his cat food.
For her part, uh, Claudia will be drinking a cup of tea as she enters the amazing kitchen. Sup?
Hello.
Oh, hurry.
I'm doing. How you do?
Yeah, how you doing? Sorry.
I'm good. How about everyone?
I'm fine.
Oh, cool.
Lena is best.
Cool. Okay.
Eamon's cat from the down says, "Nobody asks how I am."
I said everybody. It's not my fault you don't count yourself.
I am fine, Master Claudia.
Good. Give it a scratch.
Eamon looks around. Where's Syl? I thought she was going to arrive soon.
Mm.
you can hear the front door open and close. It's maybe a little bit harder than it needs to be.
Shit. She's in a bad mood.
Well, therefore.
Hello,
Oh,
Syl,
see.
Eamon says.
mean, yeah, a couple of seconds later, she does sort of show up over there. She's carrying like um, she has a couple of bags that are both really full. It's those kind of bags that that you might take to like a farmer's market, so that they're filled with things that she bought at a farmer's market, basically. And so she walks in, and you can see like a big loaf of like French bread sticking out of the top, and she just kind of waves as she heads over to the fridge because she has to start putting the veggies and things where they belong. And she starts unloading the bags.
You want some help with that?
Here. And she'll grab one of the smaller bags that has like baked goods in it and offer it to Claudia to like put on the counter or someplace around here, someplace not the refrigerator.
Lena looks up and says, "Oh, I can help with that one."
Eamon also helps.
Sylve just kind of ignores that because she no longer has control of the bag. She's already given it to Claudia.
No, I will run away with those groceries.
Yum, 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 yum.
How are you, Sylve? It's been a long time since we talked.
I'm good. Just busy. Lots of people. Well, let's just say that it's a seller's market.
Eamon nods. Why don't you come and drink tea with us? There's something I want to talk.
Well, this sounds serious. Are you like proposing?
Not to you.
Glad to hear. I mean, I've heard rumors about another person, and I'm really not into being a second wife.
Who knows what's going to happen? I'm a young man.
And you're totally into polygamy?
No. I don't think I can even deal with one person.
So, how about some cookies? Anyone want some cookies? I'm sure we have some cookies, right? Do we have cookies, Sylve?
Yes.
She points out the one of the things that was in the baked goods bag one of them is like a container of peanut butter cookies. They're for
Easy,
whoever.
girl.
It's not like just keep the drool off the package, okay?
I'll do my best, but I'm not guaranteeing. As she opens the package and first takes one for herself, and then another one for herself, and then passes the rest around.
Eamon takes one cookie and pours milk to himself and puts the cookie into his milk.
I like
Slowly
supporting
eats it.
small businesses. So even though I can make my own cookies perfectly well, these are really good. I know the lady who makes them.
Such a nice thing to do, supporting local businesses.
Well, I don't always have time to make peanut butter cookies.
Eamon is like eyeing Claudia, as in like, should I go first? Should I start?
She's mixing sugar into her tea.
Well, this meeting was at your initiative. Might as well continue with the flow.
So, Sylve, I hope you enjoy your cookies.
Because you're gonna die.
No.
I don't know why, but
Actually,
that's coming from Eamon and this tone. It's like, it's your
yeah.
last
So just
meal.
kind of, she just kind of gives him a weird look, and she's like, "I just have tea in front of me. If you want someone to have the good cookies, I think you're talking to Lena."
No. Just remember the thing that I said that I wanted to talk to you.
I mean, yeah, but like talking is a pretty common thing around here.
Yeah, it's about the thing that happened with the Lena and Kupakop.
Okay. Do we have more information?
Kinda, sorta, yes.
I'm all ears.
I have been searching, and it seems that the Kupakop is a trickster. They're not known as great evils. They're mischievous and like tricksters who do tricking. They're not so powerful. They're not pit lords, and they simply can't do a lot. Their tricks are like merchants. You know how merchants tells you, which is I think something you do. I don't think you do, but you would know. Some merchants are like or some salesmen are like, "Yo, this house is totally worth your money," and it's actually not.
Do you want the honest truth on if I do that?
Yeah,
Well, if someone can afford it and it's not actually going to bankrupt them or something, yeah, I'm not averse to trying to make a few extra dollars off of someone. I work on commission. But I mean, I'm also not going to like sell you a lemon and say it's the best thing ever.
Min nods. So based on this knowledge and understanding, working on the wards of my house, talking with my uncle, it seems there was no way for us to enter the home without Kupakop helping us. So what she did actually saved my uncle's life. Moreover, the he takes a deep breath. I have talked with my uncle where he told me that the we as a cabal can handle the problem between us without involving the traditions. He stated that traditions may not even care about what this, except maybe the choristers.
Is that why you wanted to talk to me? Because I'm the weakest link?
No, he wanted to talk to you because, firstly, I don't think Lena needs to be punished for what she did. Secondly, I think we have been going off the rails regarding what is a demon and what is a devil and what's not. We have been judging spirits based on how they look.
Well, appearance can be changed, so
I agree. If you look at Lena, you see an innocent individual. If you look at me, you see a nerd. Obviously, we didn't kill anyone, but the story is different. I have killed people. Lena is a thief. So appearance does not mean everything. Those who may look good can be evil, and those who looks evil can be different
I mean that's
or
kind of
good.
the whole point. If you have Satan trying to make things, he doesn't come to you and say, "Hey, I have this evil thing. You should try it."
I was thinking that the too easily there is no easy way to state this, but I want to say it again out of respect to you. and all the things we have done together. I do not believe Cripple Cop is instinctively evil.
I'm not questioning. The thing is, if it's a demon, that's kind of inherent to being a demon.
If a lion kills a normal human on a forest, do we judge lion and state that it is instinctively evil because it just did what it does?
To compare a lion to a demon is a very different thing.
Why? They
Because
both kill people, depending our views. I don't know. I haven't seen any demons. I haven't seen any demons killing any humans on news.
I mean, I
But I
haven't
have.
gone around looking for that either because I try to stay away from demons. But I don't doubt that demons have in fact killed humans. Yes. It seems obvious
Obvious based on what?
based on the inherent evil of demons and who they serve.
Who demons serve? Where this is written?
The Bible, Satan, demons, Bible.
I think this three individual here, as he points Lena, Claudia, and himself. I don't think our relationship with Bible is that close to your relationship with Bible or Jack's relationship with Bible.
True, but even if you don't actually believe in the Bible, could you not accept it as a source of knowledge?
I will not lie to you. I don't think so.
I mean, it is in fact. See, I would be willing to read your books as a source of knowledge. That doesn't mean I believe that they're. It doesn't mean I believe in them. But there's no reason why I couldn't read one of your books and learn about things. That makes you sound very close-minded.
I personally have different opinions on who Jesus was or what that book entails.
I'm not trying to convert you, so that's fine.
No, I know. I know you're not, but I am trying to make a point, which is I rather this topic of making a deal with Cripple Cop does not go to traditions based on, firstly, the way we will look at the current problems, and secondly, for Lena's future. If she gets to be known as someone who made a mistake, there may be those who firstly look badly on us and secondly would badly look on her, darkening her future like this is
Does
not
it change
something
the fact that she did make the deal make any difference to you? I'm not saying that I think we should go to the traditions either, but I'm making a point here. She did do a thing.
she did do one thing that we're not sure what she did. Can we look in the past? No, we can't. She states that she agreed to nothing, and even if she did something, she did it for the good reasons. Just like when she gave her heart to that evil spirit. If Quipplecop is evil and causing humans to die, he is no different than the creature that Lena made a deal or
Oh, I
Jack
hated that thing
talked
too,
to.
believe me.
So there's no difference between Quipplecop and that thing if they're both evil. But we
There's a
talked to it
difference
as well.
between a spirit and a demon.
No, they're
I would
both
say a
spirits.
demon is a type of spirit, but just because it's a spirit doesn't. It means it just. One is not necessarily the other. You can be a spirit and not be a demon.
I think that spirit who ask for Lena's heart has did more harm to us than Quipplecop did. And we don't talk about it like the way we talk with Quipplecop. And I just
Generally,
don't want to
generally,
talk.
I don't talk about it at all. At all.
I also don't want to be someone who keeps talking all by myself. This is also, I want to hear opinions of Lena and Claudia as well, because I also asked them to come here.
I think there is a problematic point with definitions of demons, devils, and spirits. We don't really know what Quibblecop is. We know what he looks like. He looks like an imp. However, from the description of the spirit that helped Lena, I would classify that as a fucking demon, as a spirit of evil, which to me says that we don't know and we don't have a pure definition of what evil is and what constitutes one. The Order of Hermes say you will not consort with devils. So, what constitutes a devil? What definition are we going to follow? Is it going to be the definition of Catholic Church? Because, as far as I know, Baal is referred to as a demon, but it's also a god from the Mesopotamia, and I'm pretty sure that the people of the time did not perceive Baal as a demon. So
Actually, it depends which people.
Well, yes, but from that point of view, then what are we going to use as to say then Quibblecop is definitely evil, and the spirit entity that made the heart deal is not inherently evil?
I don't think our problem at the moment has to do with that particular important thing. I think it has to do with Queppelcop.
No, I disagree. If Lena did a bad thing by simply making a deal with that entity, Lena also did a bad thing by talking with that heart eater. So does Jack, because both spirits are evil. As
That's
far
what
as
they
we
do.
know.
They talk to spirits.
That's
Talking to them isn't the issue.
so making a deal is an issue. But Jack and Lena made a deal with that heart eating spirit.
It's not a demon.
It doesn't matter. It's an evil spirit.
That spirit
Well,
is sort of mixed.
I am really sorry, but there is no difference between an evil spirit.
No, I'm
and
saying what I said is that spirit is mixed. It is protecting its people. It's doing some things that one might consider to be good. I find it to be repugnant. But
surely the devil protects his flock.
if Quebblecop is protecting us, it's only because it's helpful to itself.
This is a talk of ignorance, so you don't know Quipplecop.
But I do know selfish and evil. I really doubt that either of those things
Based on
would protect us unless there was something in it for him.
based on what?
Based on the normal social norms of what selfish and evil mean.
Normal norms does not apply to us. We're not humans anymore. We don't deal with the things that humans deal. We deal with things mages deal.
Listen, all I'm saying here is if somehow we can figure out that this thing is not a demon, then it doesn't come down to having to deal with the foresters. or with any of them. We can figure it out for ourselves. But the simple fact is, we need to know for sure what that thing is. Because I don't want to be the one who kept something from them and then they find out, and then I'm in trouble because I aided and abetted.
What is a demon? Is a good question to ask. What does count as a demon? Evil spirits,
I think it's
spirits
different.
of hell. Where's hell? What is hell?
If you're asking me all these questions, I really should probably not be the one answering because none of you are going to agree with me.
The issue is that none of the traditions agrees with each other when it comes to these things, and Lena is not a member of a tradition.
No, but they are bigger and powerful enough to do something about all of this, whether she's a member or not. That is why they're worried.
As I am told by my uncle, they won't care. Their
We'll see.
views will be mostly that she made a mistake and she should join traditions because she can learn better by not doing those mistakes.
It's up to her if she joins a tradition.
Yes,
It has nothing to do with any of this.
she doesn't need to follow the rules of the traditions, though, if she is not in traditions. Now, she is in this chantry, and we have put rules in the chantry that we didn't define or say yes or no. And even in those rules, we say that we should not, deal with the enemies of the Inquisition.
The enemies of the Inquisition.
Not Inquisition, sorry, the Ascension.
I don't have any idea if that thing even cares about Ascension, so I'm not sure if that applies.
The protocols is basically states that there's nothing in the protocols that we say that we follow regarding there's nothing that says specifically devils or demons. It says conspire not with the enemies of Ascension. Does Corporal Cop is an enemy of Ascension? I never seen is trying to stop anyone's Ascension. Eamon just shrugs and says, I don't think Lena did anything wrong.
I kind of got that idea.
Some demons ask people to do harmful things, like killing humans and human sacrifice. This exists in every tradition.
What are you wanting me to say?
I just basically defend my point.
Okay.
And you would like to hear yours, or I would like to hear what do you think about what I say.
I've given my opinion a lot in this conversation. I think my points are already out there. Is there a point in repeating myself?
No. Do you think she should be punished, or we should inform traditions?
I think right now I don't think either of those things is something I have enough knowledge to answer.
So
which means in the short term I'm still questioning. Therefore, I'm not going to be bringing it up because, like I told you and specifically said to Lena the other day, that part of being one of the main things of being a part of a group like this is that we're supposed to protect each other and help each other. So until I know for sure she's done something wrong, I'm not going to go to anybody. There should be a certain loyalty here, right?
Yes, and I think Lena proved her loyalty more than enough.
I do appreciate the reasons that you did it. And she looks directly at Lena at this point.
Alina's still stuffing her face with cookies as you all talk.
That's fine, but she's still looking directly over. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll grin.
it's not something I'm taking lightly. If she had done that for one of my family members, I would feel like I owed her my life.
So I'm just kind of getting tired of, this entire discussion. Uh, Like, don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, I get that you're like, helping me, and I really appreciate that. So please don't get me wrong. It's more that we all know how this is going to go down, and I'm sorry, Sylph. Like I already told this to Amy and Claudia, but I think this is exactly how it's going to go down. We're talking to Jack about this, and then Jack is going to be like, "Well, I want it like this, and if I don't get my way, then I will leave the chantry, and it's going to be either her or me." You know that that's going to be what's happening. Like he's done
I,
that before. He's very passionate about things. This is just how it's going to go. I
I think
seriously,
you're
I'm
assuming.
done
I
with
think
that.
you're assuming things.
I'm sure. That's
He
the experience I have. It's
That
his
is
way
the
or the
experience you
highway.
have. Yeah, okay, it is the experience you have, but now you're one of us. There's a difference between that back then when he barely knew you and now. You think very low of him, don't you?
No,
You're
no, I
acting
don't.
like it. You're acting like it.
Jeez, no. Like I, I think he is great with like spirits, and he's been helping me out. I don't think low of him. I just think that in this case, he's very passionate about his opinion. It has nothing to do with how I feel about him for the rest of things. Jeez,
Do you
I
you
not
think
remember?
that low
disagree.
of me?
Well, you just said that you know exactly what he's going to do, and you're not even giving him a chance to show if that's what he's going to do when he has been helping you. And, he is the one who specifically, like, he was very clear about being fairly neutral on this whole subject when we last discussed this. Like, not neutral, he was slightly on the against side, but he also wanted to make sure that everything was done on the up and up. Like, he didn't immediately just throw a fit and be like, well, it's either her or me. Like, he didn't do that. He brought it to us.
I personally believe Lena's worries are valid. When the vampire thing happened, I was there.
We know it was we know he's capable of it. That doesn't mean he's going to do it now.
We can always hope so, and I do hope that he does not drive this to a cliff.
We just need more information. That's it. If we can get more information, then we do what we got to do.
What are the information that you need? Maybe I can be able to give them to you.
Find out what the hell Quibble Cop is, and
It's a spirit.
what its mode. That's not even enough, and you know that.
No, it is quite enough because
It
that's
is not.
exactly what other spirits are doing. But if you want more, it's a spirit of tricksters. It tricks people. But that's exactly what, you do, like you admitted, when you sell the
It's not
houses
so
to
much
make
a trick. It's
couple
more just
cups.
being convincing. I'm pretty good
Mm,
at highlighting the good stuff.
they're mischievous and they like tricking people. There's not a lot of more things to know. And even if it's just a demon, what of it?
The thing is, we don't know its motives. We don't know its master's motives. We don't know anything.
We don't know if it's been even have a master. But you said that the cripple cop is basically took over the cops and when the cops were basically taken over, they shot themselves.
Are you talking about when we visited that? I
Yes.
can't remember the name of the town, but when Jack and I went,
Yeah. You said the cops were coming
it
after
didn't
you, but
take over
just
the cop. It took over the old drunken man who gave us some information, and then the cops didn't like it.
didn't you say the cops were trying to shoot themselves?
No, the cops did not try to shoot themselves. He did, in fact, take over the man, and then he killed the cop that would have tried to keep us here, keep us there. He was trying to help us get out of there. We didn't even know that it was him until it was pretty much done.
I wonder
Oh,
why it does help us then.
yeah. I mean, that is
Such
a
an in,
really valid question. We need to know his motives, which means we need to figure out who he's serving. He's made reference to a master before, you know.
I think it is my grandfather, but he also stated bad things about my grandfather. Maybe we
You
should
don't have to
talk with
like
Purple Cop.
you don't have to like your master.
Maybe we should talk with Purple Cop.
Can't trust it to tell me the truth.
Well, maybe that might be interesting to know how we can make him tell the truth.
If you got a way to do that.
Well, no, I'm not a spirit expert. I'm saying that if the point is that he is a trickster, and thus we can't trust what he says, we either have to find information outside of his range, such as identifying him or his species, their likes, dislikes, taboo, and other things, or find a way to force a spirit, devil, demon, whatever definition you give it, to tell the truth.
The
I'm perfectly fine with sciencing it up like you pretty much just said.
I have found information about Purple Cop from my grandfather's book that it was remain at the house, and some of his notes.
And you're just now mentioning it?
I have stated many knowledges that I have found
You did.
in
You
this
did not state your
conversation.
source.
I did not need to feel.
Well, you made me state mine, so I thought you would have volunteered yours.
I just stated the Purple Cop is a spirit, like I said.
I don't think anyone's fighting that idea.
The the book states that the creatures who are known as demons are not different than the wild animals. They do things and they ask for a price. Sometimes achieving the price requires a lot of quintessence, and there's a lot of quintessence in living beings. Rumors of masters basically killing humans or Verbana shamans killing humans comes from this idea that the quintessence in a living human is too much, and it's hard to find a node sometimes. But and humans are more than nodes. These may just think that today human laws does not agree or apply to us, which we also think the same, because we break human laws daily. Whenever we go out of mission, we do break human laws. So And basically, it states that the imps are not evil creatures, spirits, Shivas, tricksters. They're not like pit lords. But if you have to put these spirits are in a weird a class, surely Cripple Cop would be considered as a demon because it's an inherent, as a air quotes, inherently evil, like the rest of the spirits.
I will interject onto the definition of demons. As stated before, I would really prefer that at some point there is a deep discussion regarding this because demons comes from the daemon, which does not carry negative connotation because it means a spirit that has divine power of nature. So I think also that might explain why, the Hermetic codes say devil, which implies absolutely fucking destructive force of evil rather than demons.
And
So I would prefer we use the right vocabulary for this.
I don't think as long as you're not killing humans and giving stupid sacrifices to demons, you're all fine. It's not what type of magic you do what defines you, it's how you use it. I throw fireballs around to kill people. It's not different than Syl punching someone.
It's more immediately destructive.
There's me throwing fireballs is killing someone, so it
And
makes me a killer.
no, that me throwing a punch doesn't make me a killer. The fact that I have killed things, that makes me a killer.
What I'm trying to say is spell is about how you use it. It's not about I refuse to acknowledge that just because Lena did something, she is an evil person. Or an
I
infernal.
never said she was
or a demon. But I don't then we don't then she didn't do anything bad. Her intention is what
okay.
matters.
We cannot just assume that just because someone isn't evil, that they haven't done an evil thing. We've all done things that are bad.
Every day we do things that may be considered bad. Not every day maybe, but nearly every
Well, it's
week.
because we're human and we're imperfect. That's
No,
what
it's
this
because
boils
we're
down to.
mages. The
I didn't.
mages, you don't
What?
when
What did
you
you?
check. He says it's because we're mages, and it's because when you use correspondence effects to check other humans, you ignore privacy.
That isn't a sin. That's just being impolite.
Well, it's against the law.
Yes. Well, as I learned when this all first started for me, that there are no human laws that can specifically cover every situation that we have to deal with. And by that, in the end, as Jack will tell you, it's taken me a long time to figure this out, but I'm essentially having to create a new form of religion that makes sense because everything that's in there doesn't always make sense for someone like me. Like the Bible doesn't mention anything about the spirit of a lake. So where I'm having to figure out where to put everything at.
Lady of the Lake.
That's not in the Bible. That's in Arthur.
It's in the Arthurian mythos written by Catholic monks, priests,
Sure,
and
but those
intellectuals.
are more myths and legends. Those are not a biblical. That's not a religious text. My point being is, I have to come up with all kinds of stuff, and just because you guys weren't in on it doesn't mean that wasn't hard, and it still is hard to figure this out. That's why I ask for information. So you've come up with one source of information, you've shared it, and that's cool. I accept what you're saying, but I don't think it's enough.
How we're going to give justice to Lena then, or judgment?
Well, as long as we don't do anything, we're not actually judging anything.
No, but it was said between us that we're going to decide what to do.
Yeah, as a group. Correct.
I basically say there's no need for punishment.
Okay, well, congratulations. You have passed judgment.
Emma looks at Claudia.
You know,
Yes.
nah, just go on. Maybe that's the quickest way to get this over with.
What is your outcome? Do you think Lena should be punished for what she did?
Considering the circumstances and the information I have, no.
Eamon turns to Lena. Do you think you should be
What?
punished for what you have done, Lena?
Wait, you want me to tell you that I should be punished or not?
You're
Huh?
part of the chantry, aren't you?
I'm pretty
You're part
sure
of the
we
cabal.
know her opinion.
Thanks, Sylv, but yeah, no. Look, all I want, in all honesty, is to get this over with as fast as possible because we've been talking about this for weeks now. Like, literally,
Exactly.
weeks. And all the while, there is this Westwood thing that needs to be investigated. Like, they killed one of my rats. And there's stuff going on. There might be a traitor in the what's it called again? The Mage Place. And yeah, so I don't think we should focus too much on this. There's so much more we should be doing. So
There is a
you know
traitor.
what?
For sure there's a traitor.
I am going to like basically put my vote with the majority who is like voting for one thing. I don't care at this point whether I'm being kicked out, whether I'm being punishment. I just don't want my soul to be branded like some kind of lunatic.
Eamon,
I know, I appreciate that.
Eamon,
I get you, Lena. I do.
Eamon is giving Lena a look like of utter disappointment and anger.
No, so was actually kind of nodding. She
Amen.
totally gets this. It's going on
Come on,
forever.
amen. Like, don't you think? Don't you agree with me? Don't you think that? Like, I don't want to be punished. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I've done anything wrong, but
Yes.
I've always told you, like, I don't want to be the thing that holds up this entire fucking group. If that means I leave, I leave. You know this. I've told you this many times.
Actually, for the record, I don't think you're holding anything up. I just think we haven't done anything on the other thing, which means we just need to get our asses moving. So get on me for that, because I was never trying to hold it up to deal with you. I thought it was let's treat everything as normal, and we'll have to work on this as we go. Am I wrong?
I don't even know anymore.
Well, that's how I propose we handle it if it isn't clear then. Because we can't just sit here. Solomon died in a horrible way, and we need to track down who the hell did it.
Actually, Jack and I might have an idea for that, and I might now have a second idea as well.
Wonderful. Let's hear it.
Oh, I don't actually know. Did he ask me not to tell you guys? I can't believe he would have done that. Ow!
Probably not.
Okay, I
yes.
think your chicken is done, Sylph. Your chicken is done. It needs to get out of the oven now.
She looks. I did put this chicken in here.
Damn it! Who put the chicken in the oven?
Who forgot to put the timer on it? Actually, who forgot to turn it on? Why are we wasting a raw food?
I'm sure it's Jack. He's trying to impress you with cooking that tastes like shit.
His cooking is not that bad.
I
And
mean,
yes,
it's totally that bad, and I eat garbage for a living.
I was just going to say, just for the record, when Sylph said that, she was saying the words, but you could tell that it was not really true. All
I
right,
am.
so listen, there's a chicken in the oven that you can give your rats. How about that?
God.
It was a nice conversation, guys, but I think I'm going to go home today.
I if you need to go, of course, do your thing.
Oh, see, Eamon has been spending a lot of time at his mansion.
Well, he has a lot of stuff to deal with, but apparently he's
Yeah.
in charge of, like 5 or 6 people.
Absolutely. He looks at Claudia and
Amen.
nods. He looks. What?
Mm.
Lena?
Nothing. I'll walk with you to the door.
Claudia? Sylv, I hope you're not angry with me by basically saying weird things.
I just wish you would have brought it up earlier, because you hardly said anything when we brought this up at first.
Because I didn't knew the information I had.
Okay, that's fair. If you didn't have, that's true. You didn't have all the information that you do now.
I also said that I was going to talk with my uncle, so I did.
Gotcha. It's fine. I think I'm gonna go get a shower.
See you later, Claudia.
See ya.
And Eamon takes his cat. And his cat is like, dude, what are you doing? And he slowly goes towards the door.
Yeah, Lena will follow him. And, once they're at the front door, she'll just look at him and says, "Are we cool? Because you sound a little
I've
done."
been trying to save your ass.
I know, and I appreciate it. Like, really. Don't get me wrong. I do
You
appreciate
appreciate
it.
it by basically putting this a standstill?
I mean,
No, I mean, Lena, you put this in a standstill. Me and Claudia, we basically voted for you. Sylv, we don't know what Sylv is going to vote for, but she is not voting for anything at the moment. And Jack, we can presume and guess what he's going to vote for. But if you just did vote for what we were voting and what we talked about, this thing was going to be cleared up easily.
I mean, I just don't want to see you guys arguing over me. And you know that. And I do really appreciate
This isn't
everything, but
this isn't just about you. This is about, as I said many times, me not wanting to be led by beliefs that I don't believe or respect, which whom I consider as ignorance, which you also agreed at my
yeah,
house.
I mean, ultimately, I think it's gonna boil down to Jack and how he's gonna, like, deal with this. But
Yeah, and we also agreed on how to deal with his possible reactions.
so you're disappointed in me now.
I am questioning why you did what you did.
Because I just want us to get along. And maybe by not focusing on this thing, we can actually get along. I don't know. I'm just. This whole thing blows. Like, really.
It does.
She's gonna hug Eamon.
Eamon will hug her back, but he's like still a bit angry.
Look, if we need to vote, I will be on your side. You know that.
You should be on the side that you want to be in, not the side that I want you to be in.
Dude, if I'm telling you on your side, then I want to be on your side.
There isn't also this isn't about my side. This is your side. This is about you not
So,
getting branded.
okay.
And putting this on a standstill is just going to put more problems.
Jesus.
I am
Tough
going to go
blows.
home and go to sleep because I didn't sleep last night.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go and collect the garbage anyway, so see you around, I guess.
See you later. After the hug, he will basically wait for his cousin to arrive to pick him up.
Yeah, and Lena will go and start to collect the garbage in the pantry and bring it out. I guess,
Don't forget the raw chicken.
and the chicken. And I guess we could end the scene there unless someone wants to discuss something.
No, it's cool.
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. And this was Tales of New York. Bye.